It's a picturesque afternoon for football in the Northeast, and EA Sports comes to you from MetLife Stadium, just across the Hudson River from New York City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets.
Set to kick off.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. They had no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Wentz on the bootleg. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd and short yardage. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it. Wentz gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, Wentz. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown, Broncos.
Noah Fant. Touchdown.
Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Score, Broncos 7, Jets 0. Sam Martin set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
First down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
45.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
By number 22.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Akers, the ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Get off the field. 54. 315.
On play action, it's Wentz. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They head head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wentz. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The quarterback taking.
And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Broncos 7, Jets nothing.
Now a handoff looking right. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He's going to wind up and air it out, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And incomplete on the deep ball. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 2nd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And this is going to be incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Take it at the 37. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down. This time to the tailback. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jalen Reagor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man is Grant. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
32-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Howard. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw again on second down. Wentz into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second and 3. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
In the end zone. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Jets.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
McCann's got it teed up. Here comes Grant on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Wentz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Set to kick off.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
They're on the 31-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the rookie out of Wisconsin. This is Jonathan Taylor. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have.
But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and, of course, get to the quarterback.
On play action, Wentz. Flushed out right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. They'll run here with Akers. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. To throw, it's Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Howard. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch count. Punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
Third and 12.
Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Let them know. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Nice, sweetheart. Watch twins. Cowboy 80. Rip left.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chase Young coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Grant. Now with him, and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
The offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 26. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st and 10 at the
on 1st down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jonathan Taylor His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run with Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Broncos
running with Howard. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz. This is the tight end Fant. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
The play is a turnover on downs.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The ball carrier.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This ball complete to Rager. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this one is incomplete. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10-10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Good stuff. Keep doing it.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz completes it to Fant on the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Throwing on first is Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
1st down, Denver.
Play action. Now Wentz. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Darius Slay with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Today's final score.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Jets, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.